Jeb really did get the first. Okay. Sorry, I'm already checking on something real quick. Okay, that should be good to go. Prize, what's going on, man? All right. Let me grab and quickly do like a ping in the Discord server and everything. Mr. Inactive, what's going on, man? There we go. I just realized, well, not just realized, but I forgot that my chat does not like to pop up on the stream anymore. But that's whatever. We give up on it. Ugh. What's up? How we doing today, team? Oh. Not the follow-up I expected. That sucks. How's it hanging? It's hanging, I guess. Excuse me. All right. We can just hop in and play already. Well, been a while? Yep, definitely been. I think it's been what, 3 months, 4 months since I last streamed. Been, yeah, I think my last stream was in August, not too long after I moved into the house. So yeah, been quite a bit. I've never played this map. I've got no idea where I'm going. The haters are everywhere. Dude, the haters are trying to sabotage me. That's why I cannot let them know my next move. The haters are trying to sabotage me. Follow me on Instagram, nice 2SS or whatever. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it is a 2020 Camaro 2SS. Appreciate that, though. Spit facts, got people mad and came back. I mean, look, nothing that I said is really like a crazy take, honestly. So like the first video, and I'm sure I'll have to go through this 100 times today, but the first video was obviously like my normal. I turn on the mic and I start yapping, right? Like I just kind of spit off whatever comes to mind. Second video, a little bit more constructed, a little bit more focused on certain things. And then third video was just kind of like, all right, like look, I hate to be the one to say it, but you either accept these things or you don't, and you can baby cry all you want, but they're not going to change. So, oh, yo, this Blorpio guy is on my app, bro. He's on it. Yeah, Maxer, what's up? Yeah, Maxer, I rock with the name, man. I feel that. I feel as though, me personally, I've been Yat Maxing a lot. So I rock with that. Remember watching you back in 2020, Miss Prime PF? Man, Prime is such a... It's obviously very figurative and very opinionated, but yeah, I feel that. I feel where you're coming from. Why not a ZL or ZL1 1LE? Too expensive? Yeah, so I bought the Camaro when I was making a decent bit less money and my rent was still really high when I was living in Florida. And then now my mortgage is even higher than rent. And I make more money now, but I still definitely would not be able to afford to up that payment. I already pay almost 800. Well, like with insurance and car payments, 900 a month for the Camaro. So it is a bit eh. He's a G36 now. Without name on brother. Nothing will ever compare to old G36. They would have to fully revert every single change they ever did to that gun to make it feel like it once did. We don't got to talk about it. We don't. My eyes deceive me. What's up, Sank? How you been? Has bro been drinking water? Not as much as I need to. It's kind of difficult for me to drink a lot and eat a lot. It's a little hit or miss, you know what I'm saying? Any thoughts on console Phantom Forces? Nah, so I've never played it. I don't really play on console. I haven't in many years, so I don't know anything about it. I know for the longest time it was really behind PC version. Then they kind of updated it to make it a little bit closer, and from what I understand, console version is like really dead right now. Someone said there was only like 100 players on it the other day, or That 100 players might have even been like yesterday. I forget. Or do you kind of aim without aiming and still kill them? You kind of get used to it. So like while I'm streaming, I'm not focusing on the game like at all. Like I can still play. I still occasionally will drop 100 kills in these lobbies. Like I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm obviously paying some sort of attention, but nowhere near as much as if I was playing not streaming, because I'm looking at chat more than anything. Dropped a controller video? Dude, the funny part is, Inter, what's going on, bro? The funny part is about controller on PC. Like, I was dropping 100 kills with it. It wasn't that difficult. And that was even way before they had, like, really any sort of good aim assist or anything along those lines. I was hoping I could get away from them, but console's more alive than ever? Really? 1.5K. Someone said there was only, like, 100. Did I get lied to? Did I get bamboozled? What are my views on the evolution of sniping over the years on PF? So this one's going to be a bit of a wild take. Not really wild, but this one's like a real old-timer take, like Godstatus take. So back in the day, if you don't know, Phantom Forces used to have 2 stud hitboxes for headshots, right? So back in the day, hitting a headshot with a sniper or any gun was just a little bit easier. And I enjoyed that a lot more. I loved headshot sniping more than I like body shot sniping. So like Mosin was my favorite thing ever for like the longest time. That's what I set the sniper kill record with, and I held that for many, many years. It was finally beaten by Solitude when the 8mm Mosin was a thing. So much more of like a body shot sniper meta at that time. Granted, it was obviously easier to hit the headshots when I got the record as well. But that was like my favorite. I love headshot sniping. That's kind of what I prefer. I think it looks better. It takes more skill. That's just where I sit. Sniping currently, to me, feels awful, man. I don't know what it is about it, but here, I'll show you. Like, when you scope in with the intervention right now, like, why does your scope starts there? Like, do you see how it just seems to start a lot quicker and kind of an awkward place? It just feels really different to me. I don't love it. I don't know. Sniping as a whole just feels way, way different to me now. It's not my preferred way. Oh my God. And the intervention sucks nowadays, dude. It shoots like 1 bullet every 14 seconds, which sucks because I love the intervention. Console gets like 1.5K daily? Really? I was lied to then. Oh. Yeah, I was definitely lied to. That's unfortunate. Oh my, he's live. What's up, Slasher? Snipers currently have like awful movement speed too. AWS and AWP have the same movement speed as like 2 or 3 of the LMGs. I mean, that makes some sense. In fairness, like I can understand where that comes from because they're snipers. They're huge weapons. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to be moving around at Mach 7 with these things. But in terms of like enjoyment on a video game, yeah, I think snipers should have a closer to normal movement speed. That's just my opinion on it. The intervention sucks right now, though, dude. Which it hurts to see, man, because I love the intervention. Like, as far as terms of, like, body shot snipers go in that meta, intervention was always my favorite. Granted, it was always, like, the best at that meta. Outside of, like, the TRG for a while, it was really good. Also doing, like, 100 stud one-shot torso. But yeah. Everything about the game sucking right now, combined to make sniping less enjoyable. I mean, see, look, I know I complain and I yap a lot. I don't think the game really sucks right now. I think a lot of things are not the most enjoyable. I think there's a lot of progress to be made, but I don't think the game really sucks right now. I don't think it's that bad. I think people overexpress themselves a little bit, myself included, but yeah. You like the AN94? I randomly equipped it because I was trying to use something other than like the Vector for a video, and the AN94 was kind of hitting, so I'm just kind of running with it. It's always been a really accurate gun, and like, I don't know. Went to the realistic route. I obviously love the blocky feel and how PF had his own unique thing. I have always had issues with the realism reasoning, mostly because I feel as though you either stick to realism on a grand scale or you don't use that at all, is my personal opinion on it. You either go full realism or you don't. And I feel like trying to go in between and only have that reasoning for some things, like they say guns, they want them to be like, you know, more realistic, quote unquote. Like, I don't know exactly what they mean by that, and I might not be saying that or phrasing that the right way that they did, but I feel as though, again, you either stick that design style and drag it across the board, or you don't. That's it. What year PF is peak PF for me? 2017, 2018 is probably when I played the most, when I enjoyed the game the most. Is all the way back then. But that was when I was at my peak as a player. That's when I was playing competitive. That was when like I actually cared about how good I was at the game back then. Like I actively tried to improve and practice and everything. So that's when I was really like the most invested, was probably between 2017, 2018, 2019, that range. Baseball fan, I'm doing good, man. How about yourself? Oh! Where did this guy go? You're not the one I want. Huh! God damn it. I like how beyond a certain range, snipers become basically the same gun. Hit the head or miss. Yeah, but that's... I get where you're coming from, but that's just kind of how it's supposed to be. I mean, on most games, on the blueprint system in the player shop, I think it's cool to an extent. I think like the blueprints is definitely nicer for any sort of newer player trying to explore what's around, because it's cheaper to go the blueprints. Joko, Baked Bean Boko, what's up, buddy? I think it's cool because it's cheaper for them to kind of explore new things, new attachments. As someone who plays the game more, like, you know, obviously not now, but as someone with more investment into the game, I think it could be a little silly because there's so many attachments, right? Like, that's a major talking point for me on a lot of this. But for the average player, I think the blueprint shop is a really good thing. You look like you look and sound like you've aged a whole decade since 2021. I am on testosterone replacement therapy, so I inject testosterone twice a week. So obviously that has some changes on me. That's probably what you're referencing. As an Asval's member since day one, I'm just happy it hasn't been destroyed yet. The Asval did get really toned down for a while. I don't know if it's better now, but we went on to quick DMRs that it suits my playstyle more. That's solid. Why am I on TRT? Personal choice plus sort of medical need. When I got my testosterone tested, it was at like 380s in like the 380, 390 range. The medical range for testosterone in a male is like 300 to 900. So I decided to get on testosterone there. I did lots of research. I'm educated on what it can do to me, what my side effects are. I'm very active on my blood work and my health. But yeah, so I made the choice to get on it, and that's where it is. Do you think meta guns nowadays are stronger nowadays than back in like 2017? No. Maybe. Hit or miss. Because there's a lot of meta guns here that are really good. But again, the entire playstyle of Phantom Forces has just kind of sped up over the years. But back in the day, like, you know your boy hates shotguns. KS23M. Would I explain the hairline situation? My hairline hasn't really moved. I've always had a big forehead. That doesn't change. My hair is thinning though, and I do take medication for that. But yeah. No, so like the game has just sped up a ton over the years. So that's kind of where that stems from. And then really it kind of just comes down to like shotguns back in the day were just stupid. I don't care what anyone says. Very dumb kid, what's up? Shotguns back in the day were just stupid. A lot of like the Scar H for the longest time was just unbelievable. And guns were a lot more accurate back in the day. A lot of guns have had their accuracy kind of toned down a bit. So yeah, I mean, I think the meta and how strong guns are kind of are equal in a sense, just because the play style nowadays and the speed of the game nowadays is very different to what it once was. You can't make like an easy comparison. The game was the most fun when Mar was the contractor. The guns were ridiculous and fun. Brother. Ridiculous is the right word. Fun? You're pushing it. You're pushing it on that one. I don't know if I would call his balancing fun necessarily. Guns all feel the same? I mean, you're eventually bound to kind of have that feeling when there's 300 guns in the game, unfortunately. If they make shotguns realistic, they'd be OP again. Yeah, and there's things like that as well, where you try to, you know, again, consider realism in terms of guns, where you really start to hit that awkward spot where you kind of can't. You can't. W take was the most fun 100%. I mean, I guess if you abuse the 17 different guns that were just stupid at any given point, sure, I could kind of see where you're coming from, but oh, nice shot. Willow 800 RPM 4 to 5 low recoil, or Mar Jank pick your poison. Yeah, bro, neither of them were great. I honestly did not agree with them changing guns from 4-shot range to 5-shot range, especially because it wasn't consistent. Like, there were still plenty of guns that could 4-shot, but the kind of standard guns for the longest time that could got toned down, and other ones didn't. It was very hit or miss for me. How's work going? Work's been great. I really enjoy my new company. Not that I didn't enjoy my old company that I worked for, but I'm paid a lot more here, so that definitely kind of plays a part in it. I'm paid what I should be paid at this company, so. A Lego MP7 is cool. I mean, I guess. Big problem is that the updates tend to highlight the addition of new guns instead of adding new mechanics that are interesting game modes. Sure, and you're not wrong on that. The issue is having what I classify as a meaningful update. So like big bug fixes or toning the game or, you know, kind of optimizing things. Those are much more difficult updates. Changing some guns around, updating some stats and stuff, much easier. You can pump it a lot more with that. Willow was very active in the community. Yeah. Mort, what's up, bro? I hope you've been good. Glad to see you're still around. Could add one thing right now. What would it be? I really don't have an answer on that. I'm just starting to like play the game a little bit more again, so I don't have an answer off the top of my head. Wagwan, my ute. Dude, I jumped up and there's like 6 of them, man. Okay. Good job, team. They should start spawning back there, but we'll find out here in a second. Yep, they're all up in our spawn. You consider yourself good at spotting cheaters in PF? Oh, easily. Yeah. I say this, full confidence, full cockiness. If I die once to a cheater, 9 out of 10 times, I'll immediately know that you're cheating. 9 out of 10 times. Now, obviously, something like ESP could be a little bit hit or miss, but the Spidey sense tingles immediately. I don't think there's maybe once or twice I've been wrong. Maybe. And you know, the obviously like thousands that I've run into, but favorite bug PF had? It was silly, but I kind of like, not that I enjoyed it, but I found it funny back when you used to just lay on top of each other and you would fly up to the skybox. It was dumb. People would just get on top of maps and everything, but that was just kind of how janky and old the game was at the time. Way back like 2016, 2017, you could just lay down on top of each other and you would just fly. Been a while since I joined your stream for real. Appreciate you being here, man. Appreciate it. Flechette had 3 you can't say peak and then include anything shotguns. I will disvalidate your opinion. You will be ignored. Unless you say when shotguns got toned down. Shotguns right now, I'm dead here. Shotguns right now actually aren't in a bad place. Like, I really don't mind it. Oh, you also used to be able to just go up to a wall like this and lay down and just go through the wall. So like people on Metro would just glitch out of the map every single game. It was dumb. It took so long for that. See, okay, this is what I talk about. And let me clarify this because this was a point that people like really get upset about, where I say like things and like updates take so long. What I'm talking about is the meaningful updates, not some contractor changing gun stats for the 600th time this year. The bug where they used to be able to just lay down and go through a wall existed for like 3 years, bro. Years. You used to just walk up and go boop and pop through the other side. That was it. You ever think PF is going to rise in popularity again? No, I don't think that PF is ever going to get crazy popular again. The game is just super old. PF would need a PF2 and like a really well done PF2 to really kind of revive it to a crazy level. But the game's still popular by all means. Like on the weekends, we still get up to 5,000 players. I still think the player count is dropping, which it is to a certain extent. I don't know. I just don't love the way that things have gone is really what it comes down to. EMP slide, M slide was technically a bug to my understanding. Yeah. I don't think it was purposefully intended. So I guess, yeah, bug would be the right way. Nah, dude, if they remove super jump, I might unironically like never touch the game again. I feel like super jump is one of like the coolest little movement things. It's not super overpowered. You can't jump crazy high. A lot of the ways to abuse it have already been fixed or updated throughout the years. So it's kind of straightforward and cool nowadays. Like, oh, the same guy. I kind of like it. Quite late for you? Oh, you must be like Australia or somewhere over that side of the world. Good night, man. Was the super jump intentional? I I've never heard otherwise. Because you could always just run and press Z or X and do a dive. So I'm not sure. I've never heard anyone say it wasn't intentional. Granted, I don't think I've ever really asked.
Hey Chris, long time no see. How have you been the past few years? We need to catch up sometime.
What's up, Zergus? Appreciate the 5. Thank you so much. I've been good, man. I've been pretty good. Lots of things going on. New location, new house, new everything. So lots of things. But I've been good, man. Hope you've been good as well. You're a standard moderator for this channel. Thank you, Elris. Thank you. Most movement tech was never intended in the game. Yeah. A lot of the things weren't intended, but like super jump, I don't think wasn't per se. Okay, this guy's a freak. Your name's Chris? Yeah. Yep. I honestly forget what my like donation notification was. It started playing and I got confused for a second. You still in Florida? Nah, I moved back home to New Jersey at the beginning of this year, and then I moved to South Carolina about halfway through this year. Get off there, please. Why do people put ACOGs on M60s? Dude, I don't know. There was one attachment way back in the day that I felt like everyone who didn't know how to play the game used, but I'm blanking on what it was now. But yeah, like ACOGs and stuff, they just tend to get on there. Been good as well. Crazy couple years for you. Amen. Amen to that. Ooh, man. You like it, South Carolina? I really enjoy it, man. It is so relaxed here. It is slow paced. It's nothing like New Jersey where everything's fast paced. Everyone's just, people are like mostly rude in New Jersey. Not that I necessarily care because I don't really talk to people anyways, but nah, it is just laid back, a whole different lifestyle here. And it's so quiet, and there's like a lot less bugs. I don't get mosquitoes at my house at all, which is beautiful. They should bring back STL? Dude, no. I say this as someone who was involved in competitive for the longest time. Competitive community on this game is one of the worst. Like, for how small the community is, it's awful, man. Like, the people that you deal with in there, it attracts the most basement dwelling freak losers. New Jersey slaps. I love New Jersey. I mean, I didn't mind it, but it's just so unbelievably expensive as well. Like my house here in South Carolina, I paid just under like $407,000, so just over $400,000. My house in New Jersey is over $800,000. Easy. And that's even in like South Jersey where it's cheaper. Still 800,000. Yeah, I don't get mosquitoes at my house at all. Nice, Argus. Hope you're able to, man. Glad I left New Jersey. Summer would be nice, but it looked nice, but the bugs gave me hate. Dude, yeah. The bugs in New Jersey are terrible. The competitive fan forces community led me to meet this guy. New Jersey doesn't exist. Chief Keef blew it up. He did. I just kind of lie and reminisce. I will say, as terrible as the PF competitive community is, it's why I have like all of my closest friends. So, yeah. 407,000 would get you a Big Mac at best in California. Yeah, you could never, like, there's not an amount of money in this world that would convince me to move to California. There's not a number you could throw out. I would never. I find it disgusting. I don't like it at all. Would I ever move to Europe? Probably not. Mostly my family obviously lives in the States. I don't want to be that far away from family. It already kind of sucks being a 10-hour drive away from family, but Chief Keef, yeah, I don't know what he's got against New Jersey, but he blew us right off the map. Still trying to jump slide despite them making it useless now. Yeah, I mean, I'm still kind of doing it because I kind of got back into the habit of it. Like I found out it was a thing, but you're meeting up with someone that you met from PF in a couple weeks? Nice. I've met 2 people from PF in person so far. Yeah, just 2. But that's also because people, like, those are the people that live somewhat near me are the people that I've met. And one of them might move in with me next year. So that's kind of cool. But like all of my closest friends I've met because of PF. So that's yeah, very thankful for it. Smurfs are bad in this game? No. First of all, this bothers me. This is such like a dumb thing to focus on. But the term Smurf is not right. It's an alt account. Smurfing would be if you were in a ranked system playing it as a lower rank when you're a higher rank. Does that matter at the end of the day? No, I'm just being an idiot about it. But No, playing on alt accounts literally does nothing other than limit them. Like, they're going to be just as good on another account. There's no benefit to playing on an alt account other than like watching people get upset about it for literally no reason. Do I still enjoy this game? To an extent. Yeah. Yeah. People hiding in my walls, bothering my guests. Do you think I have guests? You think I have friends? How nice of you. Because, brother. Yeah, Smurfing's just rage bait, basically. Is sliding still good? Yeah, I mean, it's been toned down a little bit, but it's still good. Yeah. Benton, what's up, bro? You play Apex, Warzone, or Fortnite? Play Apex some. I like get into it and then hate the game and then get out of it again. You need to clean out your walls. There's so many mustard packets in here. Could you stop leaking my business? Can we start there, Jacob? How many mustard packets are in my walls is nobody else's business other than mine. Look, I understand people are not going to enjoy me using the vector right now. Blame it on balance, bro. PF does not have a quote-unquote rank system. There is nothing in PF, like, balance to the game is, yeah, there's no, like, matchmaking rating at all. That doesn't exist. If you're thinking about team balancing when a new round starts, that's based off of how you did in the previous round. It has nothing to do with your rank, your KD, anything like that, to my understanding, at least. Might go over Titanfall 2. There's going to be a $2 winter sale. Titanfall 2 is actually kind of fun. I bought it. I played it a little bit. It's just, I wish there was a ranked mode. I think I've talked about this plenty of times that, like, I don't really enjoy playing games unless there's a ranked mode, which is a terrible mindset, but that's just me. Who's this guy? And can you free Oscar and Spirals out the basement? No. No. Absolutely not. Do you think how the lasers work now kind of suck? Can you give me more context as to what you're asking? Because I might have an opinion. I might not. If you mean like they show up for everyone to see real easy, I find that kind of cool. If you mean something else, I probably don't know what you're talking about. That's unfortunate. Oh, okay. Titanfall 3 coming out? I doubt it. How fun was clipping? I've always found clipping fun. I did it way back on Call of Duty all the time and things like that, so I enjoyed it to an extent. Don't enjoy the game anymore. Aside from the movement, the game really has nothing to do except guns go pew. Yeah. Game definitely gets boring. Base tattoo when? Yeah, you want me to get like a few teardrops on me? I think a few teardrops would look really good on me. My favorite laser? I usually just use yellow because I kind of like the flashlight on it, but... Has my hairline always been this far pushed back? Yeah. My hairline has not pulled back to my understanding. That is just the way I was born, unfortunately. You win some, you lose some. Always got the big forehead. Such is life. With a lumberjack beard? Dude, if I could grow a full beard, I would. I just can't. So I don't. That's about it. M107's best sniper? Then again, I don't enjoy any one-shot all-range snipers on this game. I think they're a little silly, but... Okay. I'm trying to, like, peek, but there's, like, 16 guys in the back of the map with a sniper that I have to deal with. Can't grow a full beard on test? No. That's still just genetics. I can't. Yeah, no. Like, my hairline can be messed up, but I was the best PF player for many years. So, like, really, who's winning at the end of the day? Let's just be honest here. You know, testosterone helps, like, hair production in that regard to an extent, but no, it will not change your genetics. Like, I can't grow a full beard. My brother can't. My dad can't. We always have, like, some sort of patchiness to it. I'm just gonna let that guy live. Bro is hopping around like a rabbit back there. And with the recoil on this gun, I'm not gonna sit there and waste 2 mags trying to eventually hit him. I did not use anything like launch check or anything, but testosterone can accelerate hair loss. So if you're already genetically predisposed to having hair loss or hair thinning, it can accelerate it. Yes. My favorite melee and why? I mean, I don't really have one. I don't use melees outside of just movement speed. So I guess like fist or like the brass knuckles, just anything that makes me go faster. I don't really, I never actually use a melee. So go to Turkey for the hairline. Text. It's tempting, but no, it's not something that I really care about right now. Elris. Stubborn baboon monkey emoji is crazy. That's crazy. There is a guy here with a sniper. See, I don't know how people do it, bro. I find snipers to feel awful nowadays, and yet I feel like I see the most amount of snipers I ever have. I don't know how they're doing it, because I don't enjoy it in the slightest. Why did Lido nerf the movement to attract new players? I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what goes on in his mind. Who says the phones are gay? Yeah, that's a good question. That's gonna be the right ones. Do it kill me? I use your setup video. I mean, I don't know. I haven't even remotely thought about what other videos to upload other than me yapping lately. So we'll figure something out eventually. I love how I didn't hear him moving up that escalator until he was already shooting. PF is sometimes, I swear, I don't know if this is just me. You guys could either back me up or just tell me I'm wrong. I feel like PF sound lately, like especially footsteps, real hit or miss. Really hit or miss. Ever thought of playing APOC 2? I played APOC 1 some. I played APOC 2 as well, but I don't really care for it too much. Playing a Q&A with Silas? I'm gonna be honest, I complain and I yap a lot, but like I don't know what to ask them anyways, and I'm not gonna agree with a lot of the stuff they say anyways. Again, not that it makes either one of us more right about this, but I don't know. I'm not fully invested or involved in the game like I used to be, to the point where I would probably have like good enough questions to really ask, like real constructive ones. So, ever heard of the black pill? I mean, I've heard of it. I have no idea what it means. Sound has been patchy for years? Okay, all right. Wait for a good excuse to get back? Yeah, that's true. This damn guy. What even is that? SCL-S2ID? Like, what is that? Dream car? C8 Corvette, Nissan GTR, Audi R8 are my top three. Which a C8 Corvette might happen in a year or two. I don't know. I do need to... I might just pick up a second job because I miss having more money. Not that I do bad at all, but... no, the C8 Corvette is like my next goal. And they're so much more affordable now than they were a year ago. So much more. Dude, the banana mag goes nuts. I don't think I've taken this off since I made the video about the banana mag. Roblox issue this down, not really a stylist thing. I mean, that's fine. I wasn't trying to put blame on anyone specifically. What do I do for work? I build scheduling systems for healthcare. So all things scheduling, online scheduling, referrals, I take care of all that. Still working on Core? No. Core is shelved. They're working on that new zombie project or whatever. Can I stream Valorant? I barely play Valorant anymore. Valorant, I come in for like 2 weeks or something, and I play a decent bit. I go back up to like high ascendant, low immortal, and then I stop playing again. I don't get like crazy involved. I still would like to improve on Valorant more. I don't know. You develop the actual systems? Yeah, so I do the back end, like, IT work of it. Play Marvel Rivals? I don't know if I'll play it. I saw it. I don't know if I care for it much. Maybe I give it a try. How do you get the banana mag? It's just an attachment on the AKM. Just a banana. Gone to hit or miss game, find it boring alone, but I love it in 5-stack friends. See, that's the issue, is that I only play it alone because none of my friends are my rank. And like none of my friends really play the game anyways. So like I have solo queued 99% of my games. And I still hit like Immortal 2. I'm comfortable with my rank. I could definitely go higher, but yeah, no, I don't have like a consistent 5-stack. I don't even have a consistent 2-stack to play with. Is that guy still below me? Yeah, he is. Teammate got him. Cool. Is there a way to prove ping on PF? You just have to go to server browser and go to the closest servers to where you live. That's about it. That's rough, but if you can't complain. Yeah. I mean, it sucks, but it is what it is. Most games that I like that, like Counter-Strike, back in the day and then here, like most of my friends weren't my rank. And I don't want to just go find random people to play with, because if I don't really enjoy playing with you, then I just don't want to. So, Immortal 2 with how many hours? The first time, like Immortal 2 was my peak. I hit that in less than, I don't even know how many hours I have total. I can go look here in a second. I'll look quickly. Hold on. Valerant stat tracker. Let's find out. And I'll give you like a rough guesstimate. Oh, wait. Is this my name right now? Yeah. So in total, in all acts, and I've played since the game came out, I only have 500 hours in ranked. So I probably hit Immortal 2 250 to 300 hours in, if I had to guess. Would I say that hit registration is fixed? Hit regs, especially for higher fire rate weapons, feels so bad for me. Hit reg is a lot better than it has been in the past. I'll say that. I, of course, like I said, haven't played tons recently, so I don't know how bad it really gets. Do you think PF needs more game modes? No, I think PF hits most of the game modes that people really care to play. Like me personally, I play every game mode like it's TDM, because there's just not really much incentive to win, nor does the majority of players care that much about winning, in my opinion. So, like, if you go on Call of Duty, 9 out of 10 times when you're playing, oh, people want to win. People want to win real bad. But I feel like on PF, most people don't care all that much. My team's also getting absolutely walked, right? We're not having a great time. Rollback 1 update, what would it be? Ooh, I used to have one right off the top of my head. Give me a second to think about this. Dude, this guy with the TCR that's just shooting through the walls. Start tweaking out. I think the SMG update was silly. I think that the grenade throwing distance update, very silly. I feel you, Mr. Rez. I feel you. Armor piercing changes? No, I kind of don't mind that. I didn't love every gun being able to shoot through walls and do more damage at the same time. Like the torso multiplier, I'm assuming is what you're talking about. I didn't love that. Wasn't my favorite thing in the world. I don't know if there's a guy there. I'm going to throw a nade and hope for the best. Are we actually taking some space, gentlemen? And there's 2 guys. There's like 4 snipers, man. The C8 is cheeks. Get a C7 ZR1 instead. I mean, obviously a ZR1 is going to be performance-wise better. How the hell do I get back? Performance-wise better, sure. But the C8 looks a gazillion times better. So, I love modern cars. I love modern design. I would go with the C8 over any other model of the Corvette any day of the week. I almost bought a C7 Corvette. Before I bought the electric Mustang that I had, I went out to buy a C7 Corvette. I was looking to buy a 3LT like 2018. They just didn't have any on sale. This was during COVID times, and there was literally none that I could find for sale. So I ended up with the electric Mustang. I ordered it brand new. Rocket, what's up, man? It looks like an American Ferrari. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Yeah, I'm really surprised that guy's able to wallbang that with a TCR with AP. I'm not gonna lie. New nerf this to everybody. I consider a movement player who would utilize an average player. So all the when it was technically nerfed, it really hurt us. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's gonna hurt one group of players more than the other, 100%. But I mean, look, the movement in general was obviously slowed down, but like emp sliding and things like that changing, like yeah, it's a real small minority of the community that ever actually really used that. Mustangs are also doing pretty well right now. Yeah, well, the most recent update, like the refresh to the Mustang, was huge. Mustangs prior to this really were nothing special. Like their interiors were still unbelievably cheap. So get a Viper, bro. I don't got money for this stuff no more. Nor again, I don't like older cars. I like new as I can get. Jaguar rebrand is silly. It just looks dumb. Jaguar had a really nice logo and everything. I don't know why they would start changing that up. How did my teammates not kill either of them when there was 2 teammates there? Like I had 2 guys. How did you guys not just shoot down a straight line? I don't know. Old school Nissan 370Z Nismo. The 370s and 350s though, the price point of them are too high because of people who use them as like drift cars and everything. Most people who buy one don't do anything meaningful to them anyways, but they inflate the price for everyone else. So it's like, eh. What do you do for a living outside of YouTube? I build the scheduling system, like scheduling, online scheduling, and I also do referrals and authorizations for healthcare. So I do healthcare IT, to make it simple. The 400Zs, yeah, the new Zs are ridiculously expensive, and they shouldn't be that expensive. They are not, like, you do not get the value for what you're paying. The price that some people are buying the new 400Zs for, you can buy a C8 Corvette. Like, come on. Hellcats are cool. They're obviously fast, but their interiors are disgustingly cheap. I would never own one personally. I value the comfort and the design and the luxury of stuff as well, and Hellcats and stuff just don't really care for. I mean, I work for healthcare, so my health insurance is good, and I make 6 figures, so pay is also solid. Dude, I did not expect that guy to be up there, in fairness. Chargers? I mean, I had a Charger. That was like my first car, really. So I had a Charger. It was a V6 one. It was older. It was a 2010. But like I had a Charger as like my first car. It was nice. I think Chargers look decent. I don't like the way Challengers look, but I think Chargers look decent. It's just for the price you spend on a Hellcat, I think there's just much better choices. Again, you could buy a C8 Corvette for the same price that you buy a Hellcat. Corvettes are faster, and they look a million times better. 6 figures, want another job? Yeah. This is the first year in my life since I was 17. So for the past 8 years, I have worked 2 or 3 jobs at the same time for the past 8 years. Or I guess 7 years. Since I was 17, I always worked 2 or 3 jobs at a time. And while I make more now than I ever did working 2 or 3 jobs, I want extra income. I miss having my extra money and whatnot. This guy's just holding this. I die here more than likely. Yeah, well played. That jump saved him. Bro, I will never give up the Dino Nuggets. I actually just went and bought Dino Nuggets today again. I just grabbed some. I haven't eaten them in like a year or 2, but I just bought some more today. Yeah. I mean, I enjoy the freedom and like the time I have to myself now a lot. I really do. But I also miss having more money. So like cooking with Chris too. Oh my God. Tempting. Now that I live alone, I don't have to plan around my entire family and like sneak in to throw my nuggets in the oven. Think you're on the spectrum. Me? Is it because the Dino Nuggets? I mean, you're not wrong. You're just mean for saying it. One more shot, Chris. Jesus. What degree you got? I just have an associate's in computer science, so a 2-year computer science degree. But my job is very specialized, so that's why the pay is up there. I do eat Tyson. I have Tyson honey barbecue nuggets in my fridge. It's really not looking good for me right now. No, I don't think I'm on the spectrum. I don't really think I have any of the other signs I would point towards that. CS graduate with a job? I mean, I work specialized healthcare or specialized IT, so that's why. So I can't drink soda at all. I haven't had soda since I was like 18 when I had the weight loss surgery. Anything carbonated, I can't drink. So Dino Nuggets are pretty slamming, man. I won't lie. I don't do coding at all. Not even a little bit. My job is done through a program called Epic, which is a healthcare system. The reason I say it's specialized is because you can't do that job without a company paying for your certifications. So in order to do my job, you have to get a job working for a healthcare company that uses the program Epic, and then that company has to pay for you to attend classes and get certified. So you can't pay for yourself. You can't learn it in college. There is no way to get certified unless a company sponsors you to do it. So that's why the pay for my job is so high. That's why the job market now, like there's a lot more people getting into it. Epic's very popular, but that's why the pay is up there. That's why, you know, the need is up there. So I can kind of work around that. And I have 4 different certifications. I have a pretty solid resume, even though I've only been doing it for like 3 years. I mean, you could show me what it looks like, but I would never buy a C6. That's just too old for my liking. Uncarbonate your Mountain Dew. Hey, thanks, man. I saw that guy coming too on the map, and I thought he died. Oops. And yet here you are streaming PF? Yeah, what about it? Type 20 get buffed or something? I don't think so. I don't know the last time it's been changed. I know it was decent the last time I used it, but I think the last time I used it was like a year ago, months ago. I mean, yeah, they're just dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets, but they're slamming. They're pretty slamming. And Jill gonna lie. Oh, I'm cooked. No, never mind. No, I'm not. I might be cooked. All right. Don't say what company, but what level of mastery did you need for that job that helped with Epic? What do you mean by what level of mastery? Miss old PUF content creators? I do to an extent. Yeah. Type 20 is, I mean, I guess underrated. I don't really ever see anyone using it, but it is a solid gun. The only way I would change my job or like my career is if I go into like sales. So like how buff was my resume? Not that buff. So I did patient access rep. So like I did like registration and scheduling for 3 years, 2.5 years. And then I got a job training other people how to do that. And then from training other people how to do that, they paid for me to attend classes. So I got my certifications as an analyst. I had 2 of them. So I had cadence, which is scheduling. And then I had referrals and authorizations. And then I also did some self-study work on the side. And then with those certifications, I applied around and eventually got an analyst job. From that analyst job, I got 2 more certifications because I took on extra work. And then I switched companies for a lot higher pay. So I don't mind talking about my income at all. It doesn't matter to me. So as a patient access rep, I was making $18 an hour. Then I accepted a job as a trainer at $66,000. I think that came out to like $30 an hour. And then I went to an analyst where I went down to $61,000. I took a pay cut to get the analyst role. Now, the reason I did that is because the analyst role is higher on the tier, like on the totem pole. Analyst is higher. But to get my foot in the door, I took the pay cut with the first company that offered it to me. And then I worked at that company for 1.5 years. I got more certifications, things like that. And then I applied around, and the first company that interviewed me offered me $100,000 a year. And now I make $100,000. And I also work a lot less. So I worked a lot more making $61,000 than I do right now making $100,000. So really, job hopping is the only real way to make a substantial salary change. And I highly recommend, depending on where you guys are in life, this work is very heavy in both. I'm fully remote. I'm never required to go on site. My job's at a completely different state, completely different city. You happy out? Well, when's the podcast coming out? I don't know, man. How do you job hop? You just apply around, interview. I'm fortunate. I'm very good at interviews. If I could just get an interview, I would say 6 out of 10 times. No, not even. If I can get an interview, I would say 8 out of 10 times I will be seriously considered for the job. I'm fantastic at interviews. A, I'm really confident in the work I do. B, I know I'm fantastic at it. And C, I don't need to lie. So when I'm in an interview, I don't need to buff myself up or really over-explain myself because I'm very confident in what I do. So really having that confidence and not needing to lie or try to, you know, kind of buff up what you're saying is a huge thing. And it's also a major thing for me personally is being able to stop, because when you're in, my personal finance is decent, but I'll get into that one next because I enjoy that topic. When you're interviewing, one of the biggest things for me personally that I believe in is being able to stop and readjust yourself, right? So in an interview, you're bound to be nervous. People are bound to stumble over their words. You're bound to potentially kind of trip yourself up. That happens. Being able to stop, be like, I'm sorry, do you mind if I restart? Showing that you don't need to just keep rambling on and trying to save yourself. You know, accept that you messed up, accept that you went on the wrong path, and then just being like, hey, do you mind if I re-explain myself? 9 out of 10 times they're happy to hear that. And also being able to admit when you don't know something or being able to say that you're not sure is a really big one. I had one where they asked me a question for like an example of something in my work history, and I truly didn't have a good answer. And I sat there and I thought for a second. I flat out said, like, I apologize, I don't have a good answer for that. And they were super happy. They love that rather than me trying to just make something up on the spot. Manipulate myself into thinking my employer's a low life and I'm gonna own it. Hey, if it works, bro. Game is game, plain and simple. No, there's no technical interviews. Do you think YouTube has helped with your speech skills? No. I think I've always been relatively decent at talking to people. I just don't like doing it. Which is hard to believe with how much I yap. I'm very, very, you know, introvert. I'm antisocial to an extent. So I think I've just always been decent at it. I just don't like to. So I tend to avoid it, or I tend to cut conversations short at times because I just don't like doing it all the time. But someone asked about personal finance. My knowledge on personal finance is really solid on like a general level, right? Like I'm not super big into investing or things like that, but on a very generic level, personal finance, I'm really solid on. I'm smart on it. I have an 800 credit score. I own my own, you know, expensive house at 24 years old. Or well, I bought it at 24. I'm 25 now. I've bought multiple super expensive cars, things like that. So I'm well aware of my finances. I could tell you how much money that I have in debt, how much I owe, how much is in my bank account at any given moment. I'm very in touch with it. But the thing is, I grew up without money. So like the money that I make more money right now technically at 24 when I first got this job. At 24 years old, I make more money than my parents ever did combined, working like overtime, everything. I make more money than my parents ever have in their entire life. And that's combined, more than they ever made combined. So I grew up not poor, right? Like there's so many people far worse off than I was. But my entire growing up, all the fights my parents had, all the issues in the household came from money. Everything was around finances. My parents didn't fight because they didn't love each other. They didn't fight because they had marital issues. They fought because of finances. And those issues growing up and witnessing that throughout my entire life gave me a really messed up mindset when it comes to money. So it's like, I'm in touch with my money. I could be so unbelievably smart with it, but I also have this constant burning urge to fuel an ego inside of me that's not healthy. So like I technically don't live as comfortably as I should, but that's because I bought a $400,000 house. That's because I drive a $40,000 car. Do I need either of these? Not at all. I could sit here and stack up money, take vacations, everything like that, but there is an ego inside of me that needs to be filled because of how I grew up. I need to prove to myself that I can do these things. Like there was plenty of houses around me for sale, all brand new, all nice in nice areas for half the price. I can't convince myself to buy that because I will hate that I did it. I will look at myself every day and be like, wow, this was a waste of my money. I could do so much better. And the worst part is I do that now. Like I don't know how to say this without it sounding terrible. I'll just be completely honest about it. I live a life that I never thought possible. I live a life that unfortunately most people in the world will never think possible, right? I have a gorgeous house. I have a 3,000 square foot home. It's brand new, 4 bed, 4 bath, 2-car garage. I live great. It's not enough for me, period. I wake up some days and I look around my house and I go, I could do so much better. Like this is not anything impressive. And that's terrible. That's so terrible. And it's really unhealthy. So I'm not proud of that, but that's just the way it is for me. Have I considered therapy? Yes. Will I do it? Probably not. Probably not. But yeah, so that's my yap on financials and jobs and everything. The thing is, though, I don't think therapy will really fix my problems because I also enjoy that part of me. While it's not healthy, while it's a bad way to think about things, at the same point, that mindset, that unhealthiness has caused me to be successful to the level that I'm at. So, like, it's a bit of an issue. Like, again, the whole 2 jobs, 3 jobs at a time since I was 17 years old, I have that inner burn where it does not matter. I will not fail. Like, nothing could happen. I could lose my house tomorrow. I could lose everything tomorrow. In a year or 2, I will be right back. I refuse to fail financially. It's really bad. I will put my finances and that goal above most things in my life. But it's also, I do it in a very generous way as well. I've given tons of money to friends. I've given tons of money to my parents. If you guys remember years ago, I gave $5,000 to my parents for Christmas. I can't tell you the last time my parents ever had $5,000 in their hand, period. Like throughout 99% of their life, they never had money like that. I've given away tons of money when I go out to like dining at restaurants. I'll tip $100 at times. Obviously not now. My bills are a lot higher now, but like I've done that. I love to share. And the truth of the matter is that, you know, I'm not in a relationship now. In the future, though, I want to provide a life to someone that I never had. I don't really care to have kids, but if I do have kids, I want them to have the life that I never had. And that's kind of where all that is. So like, as cool as it is that I'm able to achieve these things, I want nothing more than to be able to share it with other people. Like my car, I love it. It's a Camaro. It's nice. It's nothing crazy fancy, right? Like I don't drive a Lamborghini or Ferrari, but it's nice. It's not something that most people would own. I love nothing more. Like when I was living in New Jersey, my parents' neighbor, his granddaughter loves Camaros. And her mom asked if I would mind taking her on a ride for it. It was the most, I've never had more joy around the car. And I drive it like I stole it. I drive it till the wheels fall off. I drive it like how it's meant to be driven. Nothing was more enjoyable than seeing someone else enjoy it. So it's unhealthy to an extent, but it also, I think, has shaped a lot of how I view things and a lot of how I do things in a very positive way. No, it definitely is unhealthy. I would be lying if I told you it wasn't. There is no reason when I was in, I mean, granted, it helped with stuff. It helped pay bills. It helped take care of my parents, things like that. I should not have been working 2 jobs while doing college full time. I should not have been working full time in high school. I shouldn't have been doing a lot of that stuff. I didn't quote unquote enjoy my young age as other people might want to because I refused to with the goals that I have. So everyone's different, right? But again, for me, I do it because I have to, not because I want to. Like I can go back and, go back home and live with my parents. They would never take me, never tell me no, but I work as hard as I do because I have to. There is not anyone to really bail me out. My parents couldn't pay for a place for me. My parents can't afford to pay for my car, anything like that. I have no choice but to make it on my own. Plain and simple. Would you get mad if I stream sniped you? You would just be one of a million people. No, you're fine. It happens whether you ask for it or not, so. Working like 40 to 46 hours days sometimes in high school. Yeah. When I was in high school, I worked at a pizza delivery place and then I started doing YouTube, but I worked like 5 or 6 days a week at the pizza delivery shop. So I was working like 30 to 40 hours a week there. And then, like I said, in college, I did college full time. Granted, I switched to online after the first year, but college, I was full time. I was working 2 full-time jobs as well. Last year, when I lived in Florida, I worked 90 hours a week, mind you. So not like 90 hours, every 2 weeks, 90 hours a week for like 6 months straight. It's not healthy. It isn't, but just now realize you talk really fast. Yeah, I blame that on growing up in like the tri-state area, New Jersey, New York. It's just fast-paced. Did I ever sell drugs to make money? No. The only time I ever technically sold drugs was when I was in high school. Some girl asked me to go get some for her. And it conveniently was a girl I liked. So I did. Because the person who was selling them lived closer to me. So like technically I middleman. But no, I do not sell drugs. Any tips for seniors about to go to college multiple hours away from family? Man. I didn't go away for college. I went to a local community college, only like 20 minutes from my house, so I stayed home. But I think anything really is that you need to take the independence that you're given and have it teach you rather than take it for granted. Because sure, college is going to be fun. There's a lot you could do, things like that. You need to take that individuality, that responsibility of being on your own and learn from it. That's my opinion, personally. Focus on your school. If, school is what you want to do, focus on it. Put forth some real effort. Obviously enjoy yourself, but don't let things get out of hand. See, I do on-call once every, year. And I do on-call for a week. And soon, we're getting enough staff where on-call is going to be, once every year and a half. Clipped and shipped. What does that even mean, man? Stream sniping PF isn't bad, but when they go AFK and talk in chat about that 1 kill for 2 minutes, kind of weird. Dude, yeah. I had some guy, not some guy, this has happened plenty of times, where they'll kill me and then literally start celebrating in chat every single time. They're stream sniping. It wasn't like they killed me normally and then celebrating the entire time. I sort of get it. It's usually younger people oh, I killed big YouTuber or something. I get it, but it's silly. Yeah, nah, I do not do on-calls. I do it once a week, a year, or once a year, soon to be once every year and a half. My first on-call for this job is October of next year. Ah! Okay. Dude, I feel like I cannot find people right now. We're all pushed into our spawn, and I'm still not seeing people. What is happening? I also really wish it was daytime rather than nighttime. I work IT for healthcare. It's the easiest way to put it. Specialized IT. I guess. Oh, I just drew a circle around this guy. I deserve that. 100% deserve it. I don't invest currently now. That's insane, 92. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so sorry to hear that. As someone recently out of a 6.5-year-long relationship, it's a change, bro. It's a change. How do you join? You should be able to exclamation point join. Is that on screen? No, it's not. Does this work right now? What is it? Exclamation point Roblox? Oh, if I could type, that'd be insane. Does that join? It might not work. I don't know. You might just have to pull up my name. Oh, there it is. Oh, God. Full-time job? You're 16? No. I mean, if you want to work part-time, get some experience, sure. Yeah. Full-time while you're in high school, it's difficult. It's hard to work around that schedule. I personally don't care about school, so I would rather just work, but that's just me. Hey, Milky, leave me away. Leave me alone, bro. Leave me away. Read the second part of your name. Leave me alone, man. Do my best. I was trying to look at your teammates. Bastard. What is my avatar? It goes nuts, huh? That cat go crazy. Have you always been locked in terms of jobs and stuff? Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's crazy. Like, my work ethic for jobs, like making money, unbelievable. Through the roof. My work ethic for anything else in my life, terrible. Terrible. But if you tell me I need to work 100 hours a week to, support myself or support my parents or my siblings, done. Never a question. I literally ran myself into the ground last year. To give you an example of why I say it's unhealthy and why it's so bad, there was times, I remember one specifically. I was driving me and my ex to a concert in Orlando, which was about an hour and a half from where we lived in Tampa. And I literally almost just drove into the back of a car on the highway. I was like physically breaking down. I could barely stay awake. I was barely sleeping. I barely functioned as a human throughout most of that year. That's how bad it was. Watching your stream while my skippity is on the toilet. Jev, I hate you, man. I feel like over the years that you have been around me in this community, you ain't changed. You ain't improved for the better. Is that why y'all broke up? No. The breakup was rough. I'm not going to go into any of it. But we have gone our separate ways. Plain and simple at that. Appreciate how honest you are. How much you share? Yeah, I mean, look, I don't got nothing to hide. At the end of the day, what I have in life is not different than many other people. What I've done in life is not different than many other people. And, I wish some of the things that I know now were shared with me when I was younger, or some of those experiences were shared, but some things were learned the hard way. Others were just learned through kind of personal, exploration of things. Do I hit the gym or do any sports? No, I haven't done sports since I was in like middle school, but I don't I lift now. I'm getting back into it now. But just recently getting back into it. I have a like a home gym, a tiny home gym. I've got a squat, like a power rack. I have, weight benches. I have a dumbbell set, things like that. Sorry, I was responding to a few things. Highest bench press? Oh, not high at all. I'm really weak. Years ago, if you guys will remember this, some of you have been around for a while. I was in the hospital for 2 months, blah, blah, blah. Lost all the muscle in my body. Had to go through physical therapy. Couldn't walk, yada, yada, yada. I have not really recovered too much since then. So, I'm still weak. It's nothing impressive. The only thing I could think of recently doing, I'll doing chest press with dumbbells. I could do, 35, 40 pounds in each hand. Shoulder press, I could do 30, 40 pounds. Nothing special. My lifts are nothing good. I'm working on it. You need new glasses? They look mad ugly. Really? I like these glasses, man. I like these a lot more than the other glasses I used to have. They were much thinner. I feel like the thicker black rims kind of fit. Miss any old maps? No, because they're all still around. See you later, Zergus. I don't do deadlifting, nor do I think I ever would. I just don't think the risk is worth the reward. It's very easy to mess up your back with it. Obviously, you could use, you know, whatever it is, the belt, the like waist strap, whatever, and kind of assist with the things. But I think this juice is not worth the squeeze from some deadlifting. Cab, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well. How long is my PF break? I've still occasionally have made it, have played, but I mean, I don't play actively, obviously. Think it makes my forehead look squarer and bigger? It's a fair take. Look, man, the forehead's gonna be square and big no matter what. I ain't getting away from that. Go light on deadlift, you could do it safe. Yeah, but eventually I'm gonna want to ego lift it, and that's where it's like, eh. Benching heavier weight than last time, different type of rewarding. Yeah, oh yeah. Dude, I need to build muscle so badly. But... Played DB Sparking Zero yet? I have no idea what that is, so I'm gonna say no. Is that? Oh, yeah, that is the guy laying down up there. Looked like a little ant on the hill. No, let me kill this guy. Thank you. I appreciate you. You have a thing where you can't find anything bad about a person's face? Ooh. God bless. I'm so cooked. Yeah. Be job maxing for real? Basically, yeah. Did you read any of Karl Marx's works? No. No. I don't care about anything like political and things like that. Challenge yourself by playing without glasses. I genuinely can't like make out anything on my screen. Like if I take off my glasses, that like, you know, kill, hip fire bonus, like the XP down there, I can't read it at all. I'd have to go like right up to the screen to actually see. Do I read? Some, yeah. I used to be, when I was younger, I loved reading, and I still do to a certain extent. It's just, I'd rather play games or like, you know, sleep rather than read most of the time. But I'm recently reading a book someone recommended to me. What is it? Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell or whatever. It's like old-timey, like wizard, like magicians back in like early Britain or whatever, but upload more again. We're working on it. We're trying here. Read The Outsiders? No. Do I read manga? No. Manga. No. I'm not big into anime. I've seen some. Not that I dislike it, but how much did you sleep back when I had a lot of jobs? So my sleep is bad to begin with, like really bad. I have a lot of issues with my sleep. I would realistically get like 4 hours a night if I was lucky. Now, of like actual good sleep, maybe like 2 hours. My channel got shadow banned? I don't think so. The past 3 videos have all pulled 10,000 plus views, which is good for me. Favorite fruit? I really don't eat fruit, which is really bad. So I don't think I necessarily have one. My only motivation in life is cars. I mean, kind of same. Cars and houses. It's mine. I love cars. I'm not the most knowledgeable on them, but I love them. I drive the hell out of them. But yeah, no. Cars is like... If I didn't buy this house, I'd have a Corvette or a GTR and an apartment. But I have a dog, my little buddy Marcel. I wanted him to have a yard, so he has a fully fenced-in yard. He's all taken care of. And... like, my ego could have been satisfied with, you know, a $100,000 car and an apartment, but I'm much happier with my dog having a backyard and everything. Do I only like American cars? No. Joe Dog? I don't know where dog is at. Oh, dog is underneath my desk. Oh, wait. Hold on. Marcel. Let me see. Come. Here. Come here. Come here, please. Come here. This is Marcel. Buddy. There we go. Do I regret resetting my accounts? No. I did have a dog named Apollo. He had to be put down, unfortunately. He got like stage 3 kidney failure. The price to pay for your house was balding at a young age. Yeah, you win some, you lose some, man. Nah, you cannot steal my dog. That's my buddy. Manual or PDK? I don't drive manual or anything. I just drive automatic. Especially nowadays, even if I wanted to learn manual, automatics are just faster. He is an Australian Shepherd, yeah. I thought about streaming different games? I have at times. Yeah. And I have done it before, but obviously my audience is PF. Microphone sound better now. My performance good at jobs with 4 hours of sleep. That's cool. With 5 hours of sleep average, I can focus on less than after. I could do my jobs in my sleep 99% of the times. I'm really good at the work I do. Really, really good. Really efficient. I know my stuff for the most part. Obviously, there's plenty, especially now in my role, lots of stuff that comes up that I don't know, but I also don't mind asking for help. So, think your audience would watch anything you do? No, no. I have uploaded other things or, you know, streamed other things. That doesn't happen. I mean, I could pull some views, but obviously much different. Driving manual keeps you focused. I mean, I understand that. I am from the USA, yeah. Been watching so long. I'm glad you're back, especially the rants. Welcome back. Thank you, man. PC specs? Let's see. Does this command still work? There it is. What is this guy doing? Freak, bro. Just here for the yap. I mean, 99% of my channel has been built off the yap, in fairness. Is the highway in the US left lane or right? Or you drive on the right side? I just drive through 3 hours of traffic on the way to work in my house on Thanksgiving Eve with manual. Yeah, see, that's like, I wouldn't want that. I could use the paddle shifters and stuff on my car if I want, but even then, I just don't really care. Again, automatics are always going to be faster nowadays than human anyways, so it's like... Have you ever been to Europe? No, I've never left the country. If I could change one thing in Phantom Forces, what would I change? Dude, I would bring back how far you used to be able to throw nades. Like, that's pitiful. I used to be able to launch this bad boy to the end of the other team's spawn, all the way over there. I loved it. What melee weapon I want? I mean, I don't use melees at all. Like, I literally just only take it out to run faster. That's it. Plan on coming to Europe someday for vacation? I mean, maybe. My AN94 setup, Kasaku sight, muzzle brakes, stubby grip, yellow laser, armor piercing. I don't know if that's the right setup to use. It just works good enough. Bloody wankers driving their autos on the wrong side of the motorway. Bitch stupid. So dumb, bro. So dumb. If you have the money, which car would I get? C8 Corvette or Audi R8 or Nissan GTR. Use super armor piercing? Did it? I feel like there was a reason I didn't. I know, I don't think it really matters. Yeah, I can go super. 2012 Chrysler? Hey, bro, if you love it, you love it. Whatever works. Is it just me, or does it feel a lot more difficult to see people? Like, that guy on that wood box background, I feel like I can barely see him. Oh, yeah, yeah. If I had money, it would be a V10 newer R8. I'm just on status, yeah. A boosted GTR is my next car. Brother, do you know how expensive GTRs are? So that's another thing where I would have an issue. I love GTRs. They're iconic. The issue is you could buy a C8 Corvette for cheaper. Stock, they're the same speed. Obviously, GTRs have a lot more capability to be modified. But, like, you know, to buy even like a 2015 GTR is like 80, 90 grand. I could buy a C8 Corvette, like an LT3, so like the premium trim. And I can get one of those for like 70, 75 grand. A 21, a 22. Like almost brand new. What about an M4 comp? I'm not the biggest BMW fan. I think they're nice. They're just not my kind of style. Good idea to remove the day-night cycle? I don't know. I don't know. That's something like I honestly haven't paid attention to at all. What about a Camaro ZR1 then? Or do you mean the ZL1? No. The ZL1, you're going to pay Corvette prices for, and I'd rather have a Corvette. Supras, yeah, well, no. The new Supras look kind of nice, but yeah, they're literally just BMW with a Toyota emblem on it. So, your Dodge Challenger a while back, a year ago. What do you think about that? I personally don't like older cars. I love modern design. I love modern, you know, aesthetic. I love it. So that's where I like new cars. It's like my Camaro's a 2020, the Mustang, the electric Mustang. I bought that the first year it came out, so brand new at 2021. I just like modern design, modern technology. That's where my kind of bread and butter is for a lot of things. Not just cars, kind of just life as a whole. Bring back advanced movement. I mean, I agree with where you guys are coming from to an extent, but I also never really cared too much for lots of the movement stuff, so I'm like, I'm in between on it, you know? Gen 2 Challengers are horrific compared to Gen 1. Challengers are just... Dodge as a whole is just such cheap interiors, I don't like it. Favorite electric car? Probably Porsche Taycan. How are you and the girlfriend? We broke up. We broke up like 4 or 5 months ago now. 5, 6 months ago. Wait, no. When was it? May? It's like 6 months ago? Yeah. 6 months ago. How much FPS am I getting? 180, 190. R34, but those cost $17 quadrillion. Yeah, yeah. You're really breaking the bank to try to get an R34 GTR. Why'd I break up? It was rough. I'll just leave it at that. Am I looking for another partner? Not necessarily. I have a lot to work on, personally. I really want to get into shape. I really want to take care of all that stuff. No, you're good, Jack. I appreciate it, though. I need to get into shape. I want to take care of myself a lot more. While I miss being in a relationship, I miss having a person in my life like that. I was not the most happy with my old relationship. There was plenty of things to work on both ends. And there's a lot for me to kind of be cautious going into the next one with. So there's just a lot for me to work on, a lot for me to take care of that I don't care for a relationship right now. If I met someone, I wouldn't deny the opportunity, but at the same point, I'm not actively looking for it either. Oh, I didn't even realize that guy was right there. Have you joined a fun run? No. Ab status when? Trying, man. Slowly but surely. I did, so back in, what is it now? It's December. July, I went to the doctor. I was 240 pounds again, and I'm back down to like 197 right now, 196. But I'm trying to do another like muscle building phase because my weight went stagnant. I couldn't, like, for some reason, I just could not get the number to go down anymore. So we're doing a little, I guess, like a mini recomp phase, and then we'll see where we get. 2000 GT from Toyota. Nice. Billy's GTR? Who is Billy's? I don't know what you mean by a hyper server, nor would they just add something because I asked them to. And I only 5'11"? Yeah, like 5'10", 5'11", yeah. I'm not tall by any means. Where did my height come to do with this? Do you like Volkswagens? Wolfswagens? They're nice, yeah. Volkswagen's nice. Which car do I drive again? I have a 2020 Camaro 2SS. So V8 Camaro. It's the easiest way to put that. Dude, what is my aim? It is booty. Oh, thank God that guy's just smelling. I deserve that. That's fair. 1200 wheel horsepower, R8. See, that's fun and all, but at the same point, the reliability that comes with that, like how unreliable that'll end up getting, and like even on just a street, when you have that much horsepower on a car, it's hard to even keep the wheels on the road, bro. Like the guy, one of my neighbor's friend who helped me move my stuff from Florida to New Jersey, or from Jersey to Florida. Oh no, it was from Florida to New Jersey, excuse me. When I moved back to New Jersey, the guy who helped me move had a fully built Camaro ZL1, so 1300 wheel horsepower, built like a full like drag racing Camaro. He said it wasn't even fun to use half the time. He could not keep it on the ground. E-girls or I-ladies? I don't know if I necessarily like. I don't know. Ever seen Lotus cars? Yeah. Do I miss the Mach-E? To an extent. I miss how comfortable the Mach-E was. I miss not paying for gas. I do miss that. But no, I love the sound of an engine. I enjoyed driving the Camaro much more than I enjoyed driving the Mach-E. Not that the Mach-E was bad in any way, but I enjoy the Camaro a lot more. Lotus been underrated? No, Lotus has not been underrated at all. Lotus was so terribly made for the longest time. The Exige is like their first well-made car. Grandpa's a 67 Shelby Malibu with the 357 big block. That's nice. Nice. Like I said, I'm not a fan of older cars, but I can appreciate them. Yeah, no, Lotus was not underrated, bro. They were so badly built for so long. entire Lotus part garage. Like I don't know. I think Lotuses look cool, but again, the Exige is probably their first well-made car. And even then, you're still kind of taking a risk on buying one. So lots of trouble, usually unserious. Yeah. My unrealistic dream car, Bugatti. Probably Bugatti Chiron or Chiron, whatever you want to call it. I feel like it's just like, I don't know. It's hard for me to picture anything other than a Bugatti because they are the car, right? Like power, speed, everything, Bugatti. I'm really not enjoying these night maps, bro. I'm struggling to see people. I know I'm unk status and my vision's getting bad, but thoughts on Lambos? I hear a lot of people hate them. If I could afford a Lamborghini, I would buy one immediately. I mean, but growing up being someone who likes cars, a Lamborghini is just like, you know, it's something that I always would see. I'm getting cooked. I need to, I'm trying to like use other guns, but having to fight long range where I can barely see people that are more accurate. Koenigsegg Jesko. Koenigsegg's have gotten substantially nicer and substantially better. Yeah. I can fully respect a Koenigsegg pick. I would just personally be Bugatti. Bugatti has been just that car to me. What's up, man? Welcome. Definitely missed the compatibility shaders. Hate that Roblox stop support for it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know the technical side behind it, so I don't know if it was the best of choices or how easy it would be to adapt for developers. I have no idea. Shit. Shoot. Sorry, it's been a while. Forgot I was streaming. Sound of Pagani's onto ours is insane. It is, but at the same time, it would just be annoying to drive. They sound crazy, but I find them to be annoying sound. Do I live off of YouTube? No. Dude, my YouTube in the past year has made like $300 because I don't upload. Trying for an RS7 and build a C7, thinking 900 wheel horsepower and blacked out. Good luck, man. Best of luck to you. Move to the new shader system. Looks good, but there's a lot of different things that make it weird, mostly for older games. Yeah. Most of these older games, especially Phantom Forces being the topic here, not built for it. A lot of British cars have really electrical issues. I've heard that. Koenigsegg community has grown to be so toxic they can't go second without mentioning Bugatti. I mean, there's always going to be the battle of it. But again, you'll see Koenigsegg people mentioning Bugatti. You won't really find the argument the other way most of the time. See you later, Nathan. Thank you for being here. Realistic dream pit would be an F type for you, the last good car Jaguar made. See, I feel like personally, not many designs of the Jaguars stick out to me. Like, so they just don't catch my attention. And while the F type is nice, I still just would like other things in that price range. C7 Corvettes are still nice. I would just prefer a C8. I almost bought a Corvette. I wanted to buy a Corvette. I went out one day to like 7 different dealerships to buy a Corvette. There was just none for sale when I went to look that day. You and Spiral still keep in touch? Yeah. I don't talk to him tons, but yeah. He just messaged me yesterday, actually. Valerant's still one of the best looking cars in the world. Yeah, I just don't think anything with Jaguar. Okay, that dude's just gliding, but I don't think for me personally there's anything special about Jaguars that would make me want one. Okay, my bad. I don't even know what a BWC9B is. Like, I don't even know what the gun I didn't even know that existed. Okay, I don't know how they didn't hit. Huh. I really like the newer generation of the F-Type though. 2015, 2016 just looks better. I don't know anything about them. I'll be honest, I've never paid attention. The only time I ever saw a Jaguar and went, ooh, that's a Jaguar, was when my dentist as a kid bought one. Spirals got banned, yeah, I think from just the Stylist Discord or from PF as a whole. I don't really know the whole situation, if I'm being honest. How much just be changing the name of the gun? I keep thinking they add a new gun. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. I honestly don't agree with it because especially if you're not super in touch with the game, if you get killed by something, you go, ooh, I'd like to get that gun. And then you look around, you go, that doesn't exist. Like, what is that? Which again, I could ramble. He didn't die. I can ramble on and on about how attachments and everything are just janky. Like, focus on the game and all this redeeming conversation. It's something you get used to. I've streamed on and off for many, many years. And all the time I stream, chat is always like the main focus for me, so it just kind of becomes second nature. Did it feel empty after you got your car? Does it feel amazing? Because I've only wanted Porsche 911 Turbo S. I still love every day I get to drive my car. I obviously, the moment I bought it, like when I took it for a test drive and I heard it backfiring and it sounded like gunshots going off on the highway, I loved it. I loved it. And I still love it to this day. I still drive it probably in ways not good for the car, but I drive the hell out of the car and I have a blast every single time. Chat, did I just get killed by a ladder? Okay. No, so I still thoroughly enjoy it every single time I drive it. I mean, most SMGs are still really strong right now, ever since the update to them, in fairness. I really wish it was daytime. The Senna is definitely not ugly. Senna is a gorgeous car. But obviously, opinion. Ladder has some good aim, right? Just beamed me. Oh, I'm not peeking that. You guys can have that. I could barely see you over that hill. I'm gonna take my happy little butt elsewhere. Thank you. And he's on top. Hold on. What mods have I done to it so far? Nothing. When I bought the car, it had a cold air intake. I'm not sure of what else might have been done, like engine performance wise. Then it has a ZL1 spoiler on it and then some cosmetic stuff that was done to it. But I have not modded the car out. I don't have money to do it right now. That's not true. I do. I don't want to spend the money to do it right now. I don't have that kind of spare money laying around anymore. That's what I'm trying to say. Godstatus is back. What's up, man? I've never been a fan of super/hypercars. Hypercars are just like... So here's my thing. Even if I was worth $100 million, let's say, a hypercar to me is just something that I would never feel comfortable parking anywhere. I have a 2020 Camaro 2SS. I would never feel comfortable taking a hypercar anywhere because it's like, dude, if someone dents the hood of your Bugatti, you're talking about like $100,000 plus to get that fixed. You're talking about multiple six figures to get that fixed. But now like a Lamborghini, we're at a much different price bracket at that point. Like if I was worth $100 million, I could deal with someone messing up my Lamborghini. It would suck, but I could deal with that. I could stomach it. But like if someone messed up my Bugatti and I have to send it over to Europe and wait 7 months to get it back, and then I get a bill for like $400,000, no. Phantom Force is banning you every year, brother. That is... I feel like, and I'm going to say this as politely as I can, there's no constructive conversation to have out of this. If you are banned every single year, I fully believe you're doing something wrong. So. See you later, man. Thank you for being here, Jack. Totally get a Porsche. So Porsches took a while to grow on me. The bug-eyed headlights, I don't love. But like 911s and like that style, obviously gorgeous. Love those. But the bug headlights are still a bit to me. I would, of course, love to have a 911 or something. Without a doubt. Yeah, they're like the best made car out there. People say they're so well made, they become boring to drive because they're so perfect. And that would scare me. First 2 to 3 bans were from a streamer named Bearded. Bearded Muscle? Oh, yeah, he did have ban permissions at one point. I don't know if he still does, but yeah, I don't know, man. There's no constructive conversation come out of that. If you're getting banned all the time, you're probably doing something wrong. You can appeal your bans. That's the best that I can say. Please put the BFG away. Thank you. He's going to expect this, maybe. Yeah, I whiffed. Taycans? Yeah, Porsche Taycans are gorgeous. But I wouldn't want to buy a Porsche Taycan unless I got like the turbo and everything, like the top of the line fastest one. So. Prime Phantom Forces for me was like 2017, 2018. That's when I really enjoyed it. So I'm about to say hi and what's going on. Been an active player from 2017, 2018. Appreciate you stopping by, man. And thank you for dropping your opinion on it. Ooh. Dating your long lost sister. That's one. Yeah. Again, Peter, there's nothing for me to say. I'm not involved in the situation. There's nothing I can do there. Oh my god. gonna toss that up, and it's probably gonna hit no one. I'm gonna die off the rip. Oh no, my team cleared them out. Okay. Thoughts on the nuke movement? I don't dislike it a ton. I just think that it was done a little too fast. I wish they would have taken a little bit slower. My joins are on, yeah. Tell myself to CS now on face. Good luck, man. Hope you get some wins. People overreact to the new nerf? Yes. Yeah, absolutely. It definitely is an overreact. I understand why they're upset about it. I kind of don't love it as well, but I also don't hate it. Get buffed, I don't know. That could be like a million different cars. You look like a cross between Gorlock the Destroyer and Tim Bergling. Hold on, let me look at Tim Bergling real quick. Let's see. That's crazy. That's wild. But my money makes me a lot more attractive. So we can talk about that. Dude, he's hopping around. Okay, whatever. I understand why they dislike the nerfs, but maybe they're good for new players. I don't think it matters, truthfully. Like I don't think a new player would, first of all, the new player would have no idea that movement was changed, obviously. And a new player, maybe they like faster movement, maybe they like slower movement. You're not going to like appease everyone. There's no right answer to it at the end of the day. I just think that with the game being faster paced overall, it's a weird change, but whatever. Didn't know 6-figure was hot. Brother, my bedroom might be the size of your parents' living room and your parents' living space. Unless you're part of like the 10% of this country that makes more money than me, I make more than the average house. I'm 25 years old and probably further than you will be at most points in your life. To fill my house with cement. Awesome. You couldn't afford to fill my house with cement. So you could try. Feel free. What job am I working? I work IT for healthcare. Specialized IT. 666 woman standard thing that's been... Oh, yeah. Yeah. I feel that. Inactive. I feel that, bro. Faster TTK already benefits worse players a lot since there's a need for aim. Yeah, I mean, again, it's just... I think you need to slow down the game overall rather than just moving. Do you make more than 400k a year? No, I don't know. I do not make that much. I make 100,000 a year. Ah! Okay. This guy above me? No, I didn't think so. Alright, we're chilling. But this guy is. He's gonna peek. Read him like a book. More newer guns deal 50 plus damage body shot? Yeah, there's a lot of guns that can like 2-shot close range. At what point do you want to retire? I don't know if I could. More than the average house was this 400k? The average house does not make 400,000 a year. Where are you getting that number from? The average median household income is 80,000. I just do IT for healthcare. I don't do sales. I do specialized IT healthcare. I don't see myself really retiring. But I live in South Carolina. No. The average household income, Hamburger, appreciate the donation, man. Nice burgers. The average household income is 80,000 a year. And if we want to go even further on that, I've made more than 80,000 a year for like the last 3 years. South Carolina person check? Yeah. South Carolina is gorgeous. It's so much cheaper here too. God bless. I mean, 100k plus should not be the standard for income, period. Like that should not be. Everything just needs to become cheaper. I'm not rich. No. The only reason I'm saying these things is because he's just acting like a child. I have just a simple 2-year college degree. That's all. Love Charleston. We live in the Northeast. I'm up in Northwest, in like the Greenville, Spartansburg area. IT is that where the money is right now? Yeah. I just have a 2-year degree, an associate's in computer science. So I did not really... I don't like school. No, dude, I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm smart enough to do engineering or do really whatever I want. I have no issues learning stuff. I don't have interest in school. I'd much rather work than go to school. Is my thing. Again, just a 2-year associates in computer science. In retrospect, I should have went for associates in CS before getting a 4-year in business. I mean, computer science is extremely saturated right now. It's really overflooded. So like if you want to do generic kind of IT computer science stuff, you got to really be something special for most companies. Like it's hard to get into. But again, mine is kind of specific. Mine is specialized to an extent. It's not something that you could just jump right into because you need certifications and everything. And you can't get those certifications on your own. A company has to pay for them. So computer science is very oversaturated, a very difficult job market right now. And IT, yeah, like a lot of IT work can be miserable. Yeah, without a doubt. No, so I've done my specific job now for 2 years, my analyst job for 2 years. And on paper, for 2 years, I have a ton of experience. Like I said, 4 certifications. I work on 3 different applications. I have done major projects. I have done major overhauls. I can outwork anyone. And even with my resume being as stacked as it is for my time employed, it still took me like 200 plus applications to get an interview. It's tough. And even with my specific role being very specialized, it's still a difficult job market. Godstatus sniffing stands its ground, something like that, bro. Just a chill guy who likes to do well in life. That's about it. What do you think about the New York Health CEO? United Health CEO. Yeah. I mean, look, I don't wish for anyone to get murdered. Simply put, I'm also not saying, okay. I obviously don't wish harm on anyone, but I'm not saying I don't get it. I get where that level of anger and that level of carelessness and hurt comes from. I get it. Yeah, I don't like school. I used to when I was like really young, but yeah, I'm not saying anyone deserves it, but I get why it happened. Not that I agree with it, but I understand why someone would be that bothered to go to that extreme because of health insurance companies. I get it. As someone who has worked in healthcare for many years, as someone who has worked with insurance for many years, I get it. Why can't I just be humble? I am humble. The only time I have said anything in a non-humble way is when someone's trying to act like a clown. And if you want to act like a clown, I will treat you like one. A lot of stuff happened this week? Yeah. If you want to hand of God, what does that even mean? I'm not sure what that means. Why did you used to play Skibbity Toilet Tower Defense? I like tower defense games, truthfully. And it was something different for me to play and upload, and then I just stopped playing Roblox again for a while. Schizo Abe? I don't even know what that incident is. Wait, what? Shinzo Abe. Oh, I have no idea what that is. But like, yeah, he kinda had it coming. He made an AI system to deny people's claims so that they couldn't have their health paid for. Come on. Like I said, I don't agree, but come on. I get it. Appreciate that, baseball. What's my peak CS rank? SMFC years ago. I haven't played Counter-Strike in any remotely serious way in, God, 8, 9 years now. Maybe a little bit more. It's been a very long time. Personal loss that nobody deserves it, but if you die and you're a bad person, yeah, it's kind of like that. Like, again, as someone who, like myself and my family, has had a lot of medical issues and has had to deal with insurance companies and things like that to the crazy extent, yeah. I get it. I'm not condoning it. I'm not supporting it, but I get it. No, why couldn't you just stay there and line up for me? The hand of God. Brother, if I spawn on you and it's like a BFG or something, I'm gonna tweak out. What is your name? Are you on my team? I don't even know what your name is. That'd be good. Present Mirage better or the old Mirage? I mean, I don't like Mirage, period. So I don't really have a good answer, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, the insurance rejection rate at United Healthcare is unbelievable. And unfortunately, I now have United Healthcare. Oh, you're Exex. Okay. Ever thought of working for Silas just to fix PF yourself? I'm not a developer, and also no. All right. What am I spawning in for? If you waste my time, Connor, you have been around for too long to do this. So what is it? Hey, hi, water enjoyer. What is that? Why was that so delayed? I'm trying to respawn, brother. Brother, what is happening? Something about most, if not all, CS players being car guys, and it's weird. I mean, cars are just a very... You're taking too long, Connor. You're cooked. Bribe the devs to make the game the community wants. They still make more money off of PF than I'd be able to provide them. Cars are sick, yeah. And look, even if you don't enjoy cars, if you've ever been in a fast car that sounds good, it's an experience, man. It's enjoyable. Do you think it's better to go to college or start applying for jobs to look for experience in the IT industry? I think that as much as I hate saying this, spawn me again. Okay. What FOV? There wasn't even FOV sliders when I played in my prime. I play on 120 right now. I think like 60 was just the default back then. Connor, don't mess this up. It's literally just a knife. Is this what we're here for? Come on, Connor. I know you've been around long enough to know that before I reset my account, I had the knife skins. I had these. But yeah, no, I don't think there was the FOV slider back when I was like in my prime of playing this game. So it was just like 60 or whatever the default was back then. But I always loved higher FOV. It makes the game feel faster, and that's what I really enjoy. I'll work hard, bro. Fast carb is good enough. Also, equal neuron activation. Yeah, that's not a knife. That's a hand. God, sorry, I misunderstood. Used to play CS:GO. Do you have any config set up? No. Nothing. Like I literally just. I think the only thing that was different on my game was like I would have the FPS and like ping show, and then I would have my gun on the left side. I really liked, and that was about it. That's really about it. Yeah, I used to use the knife skin I had was just a black neon, or like an orange, black and orange neon, like Halloween colors basically. I'm not left-handed, no. I just liked the way it looked on the left side. It was just different. It looked cool to me. Do rank 100, 1 to 100 again? Not a chance, bro. That takes so much time and effort. I'll pass. I was the first to do it. My series did multi-million views. I think like 2 to 3 total million views for it. It was good. It was fun. I'm glad people enjoyed it. I do not want to go through that time and effort again, though. And if I were to do it, I feel like I'd have to put in some real effort into it this time, rather than like real basic commentary and everything. So yeah. So Aoni, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, but I'm kind of similar to that. I like cars. I enjoy cars. I don't know tons about them. So like if you ask me like how many liters is this car, or like what specific engine does this car have, I'm not really sure. Like I could tell you it's probably a V8 or a V6, but like I don't know the specifics. I'm not super mechanically educated. But I like cars. I like driving them. I like that they go vroom, and I like that they look good. I do not want to pick up any guns. The 1 to 100 series when I was like 170 ranks ago. Yeah. Dude, the 0 to 100 series, people don't realize is a lot of time on a lot of work to record. Like I recorded every single second that I played from rank 1 to 100. Every single second. So like when I would go through, because I tried to have just like quote unquote like clips of each gun, so like things that were actually like good, so like multi-kills and things like that. That's what I tried to have as background footage. I would go through like at, you know, once you're pushing like the 80s, like 80s and 90s ranks, you're talking about like 4 or 5 hours of footage for like, you know, it could be anywhere from 2 to 5 hours of footage for like a gun, depending on not okay, 2 to 5 is pushing it, but like an hour of footage per each level, let's say. Hour to 2 of footage. It's a lot. Paradox days were insane. Yeah, I used to go nuts back in the day. We are a shell of the player we once were. Yeah, it was a lot of storage, yeah. I mean, granted, I would delete all the clips after I finished editing whatever episode it was, but yeah, no, I recorded every single second that I played. And the worst part is that whenever I played, I didn't record like talking to my friends or anything because I wanted the in-game volume for the clips. So like I basically just sat there and played in silence, just in-game sound. Which a bit torturous. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. All you need to say was I like cargo room and you're already car guy. Basically, that's how I feel. Slow down as a player, but at the same time, people have just become better. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, look, I could very well get back to how good I was at games if I really wanted to put in effort for it now, but yeah. No, I recently, like 2 or 3 months ago, I went and played against the like current generation of competitive players. I did fine. I didn't do anything special, but I also wasn't terrible at the game. I could get back to a really good level. I just don't really care to. It's a lot of effort. It's a lot of time. I don't play the game like that anymore. I don't care to be good at the game anymore, so I'm not coming to pick up guns by spawning on you, man. Yeah, without music, yeah. For all 100 ranks, it was tough. This vibe feels boring and bland. Yeah, yep, totally get that. Trying to go band for band over BF. Dude, okay, funny story. And again, I usually don't talk about this stuff much, like in any serious way. I talk about it because people ask questions. I don't mind sharing, you know, where I'm at in life and everything, but there is the 2 different audio channels stuff. I just didn't feel like setting it up. Again, I'm not spawning on you to pick up guns, but there was a guy in Valerant who crashed out the one day. We were beating them like 10 to 2, like destroying them. And he challenged me to go band for band with him because he had a 2016 like Dodge Charger with like a few $1,000s worth of mods on it and kept like arguing with me and saying that I was broke, go band for band and whatnot. So I went outside. He told me to add him on Snapchat because he called me broke. And I sent a picture of my Camaro in the driveway and like my entire house and everything. And I was like, I don't think you understand. We're in different tax brackets. And the guy apologized for crashing out like that. He literally apologized and said, this is why I don't play video games anymore. They just make me crash out. And I was like, that's crazy. I would have respected it more if you doubled down and said it was like my parents' money or something. But I was like, come on, man. Like calling someone out to go band for band in general, silly. It's silly. But at the same point, I was like, I'll happily try. If you're going to call me out for it, I'll try. There's plenty of people out there who are way more successful than me, but if it's a random person in a Valorant lobby, nah. Chances are I think I'm doing okay against most of them. But he linked his Instagram and it said that he had like a 2016 Dodge Charger. And I was like, come on, man. Like, good for you. I'm proud that you have a car that you love and I'm proud that you're modifying it to the way you love. But stop. It's childish to do all that. It is to an extent. And again, I'll do it here occasionally if people, but again, it's like, if you want to act dumb, I'm going to treat you how you deserve to be treated in that situation. Yeah, it is to an extent, but like, I understand it is a status thing and I get where people are coming from. But again, it's like, I never talk about it in any sort of like flexy way. I share what I have. I talk about it because people will ask or be curious, but if you're going to make it a huge deal or something, I'll entertain it. Why not? I have a 2020 Camaro 2SS. There's not much done to it. There's like a cold air intake and some like cosmetic stuff done to it, but that's really about it. I don't have the spare money right now to throw into modifying a car and making it less reliable and everything. Yeah, mostly nobody cares. Yeah. So again, like if someone else is acting that way, I'll entertain it. I will get involved to a certain extent just for the fun of it, but at the end of the day, yeah, no, nobody really cares. See the goat? What's up, man? Ronaldo drives in, probably can get some really cheap thing off Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, don't go crazy expensive. Yeah, no, the Camaro does not need any mods at all, really. I mean, it's a decently fast enough car. It looks great. There's the cosmetic mods on it when I bought it that I wanted to do anyways. So I have a ZL1 wing on it, so a big spoiler on it. The windows are tinted. There's cars all black and red, like color scheme and whatnot. So it's exactly how I want the car to look. I love that for it, but yeah, no. I could modify it, but at that point as well, if I'm going to throw $10,000 into a supercharger, I'd rather just go and buy a C8 Corvette at that. What are the games will I upload? I have no idea, man. Honestly, I don't have an answer right now. Go to school for engineering? I mean, if it's something you're passionate about, yeah, why not? There's no harm in going to school for engineering. Yeah, I get what you're at. Get what you're saying, man. LS swap the Camaro schizo build? Yeah, no, not a chance, man. Everyone full gas on a straight line with it? Literally every time I drive the car, yeah. If I don't like come close to redlining the car every time I drive it, that's like a waste to me. I love C8s. C8s are a ton faster. They look a lot nicer. I would always go for the newer modern car. Thank you, Connor. 4 tourists that's older than me. Look, the other thing is about like flexing a car. It's just most people aren't into cars like that. Like most people don't want to spend the $900 a month like I spend on a car. Which is completely reasonable. Like, why would you? You really shouldn't. C7s look better than C8s. I love the look of C7s as well. Again, I went to buy a Corvette. That was, instead of my electric Mustang, I went out to buy a Corvette. There was just none for sale. It was during COVID. It was hard to find. Like, the used car market just sucked. But I went out to buy a Corvette. I wanted a Corvette. They just weren't available. He's still 11, not AFK fishing. Sorry, Jacob. I know I'm XP wasting. But again, yeah, no, especially cars. It's like most people shouldn't and also can't afford to pay the crazy, you know, car payments that I'm paying right now or that a lot of other people are paying. Cars are easily one of the worst purchase decisions that tons of people make. They buy way more than they need and it's not required at all. Like, you know, having a nice car does nothing for your life. That's it. ZL1 1LE or C701? C701. 1LEs are nice. Like, the ZL1 Camaros are nice, but they don't really change too much about the car. Like, they're nice, but like, I don't know. I think you're paying a lot of money for a ZL1 that could be done, and you'd get so much more for your money elsewhere. Cars mean to do its job regardless of how it looks. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. I've driven my car lots. I think I'm close to like 10,000 miles myself on the car. And I drive it hard. Does that make me a fantastic driver? Not by any means. But like, that's why Mustangs are like the crashing into crowds joke and everything with Mustangs. Most people who have Mustangs are younger people. So like young 20s or like teens that their parents buy them these powerful cars. And if you've never driven a rear-wheel drive car and then you get a powerful one, it is a learning curve, bro. It is dangerous to not know what you're doing with that car. Very dangerous. And very, very quickly, you can and will crash, like most people do. Must be catching odds on the streets. Mustangs are nice. Right? Mustangs are nice. My Camaro, I love. It gets a lot of attention. Lots of people look. Lots of compliments on it. But get like a low mileage car, like maybe somewhere between 10 to 30K, then a brand new one. 99% of the time, yes. You got to remember, when you buy a brand new car, they depreciate like crazy. Used cars, obviously a little bit less. The second you drive the car off the lot for a brand new car, it loses value almost immediately for 99.9999% of cars. He has a 21 and you crashed it. Yeah. It's difficult to drive those cars the right way and safely. But no, brand new electric cars also depreciate like crazy. My Mustang Mach-E, which mind you, I think they're fantastic cars. I loved it. My Valerant rank right now is like Diamond 3. I've played like 20 games in the past like 2 acts or something. Usually I sit high, ascendant, low, immortal. But yeah, like my Mustang Mach-E, I loved it. I loved every second of it. It was a gorgeous car, performed well, super comfortable, very luxurious. They are like not even a third. Like you could buy one right now for less than 30 grand. I paid 65,000 for it brand new. Yeah, most cars only ever went up during COVID, or unless you have like a Porsche 911 or something, like a GT3 RS, where you could buy it and immediately sell it for like 100,000 profit, like things like that. But yeah, brand new electric cars lose value very, very quick, but they still can be good financial decisions to an extent, depending on the person and circumstances. Vector is so crazy; it's been OP for the entire game lifespan. 100 mile per hour, no matter what, even if it's on the highway or just some random back street. Look, I drive my car above the speed limit all the time, but again, you need to know how to drive your car, not just flooring it for the hell of it. Do you know how often my car starts to fishtail? Because I go like, not even full gas on it, like 3/4. My car will fishtail all the time. If you can't stop yourself and control that, you will crash. You will hurt yourself. I work specialized IT for healthcare. Better do a project car and have like a budget of 100K or get a car within that range? It depends. Are you super passionate about cars and you want it to be the exact way that you want it? Then sure, build it. But if you're not, no, you're wasting money. There's so much that can go wrong. The reliability of it becomes really questionable. So things like that is what you got to consider. Counter-steering saves lives? Yeah, but a lot of people will not recognize that they're fishtailing and will have no idea of how to correct that. Or they'll just keep on the gas while they're swerving out, which is dumb. I recently turned 25. Oh, it's not really that recent anymore. I'll just say 25. I turned 25 like 4 months ago. I forgot it's been a little bit. Yeah, no, like these V8 muscle cars and V8 sports cars and everything, dangerous. Any rear-wheel drive car with power, dangerous. I work specialized IT for healthcare. Spawn in 1.5 seconds. Yeah, but I like to team spawn. Like, sure, it's quicker, but team spawning is usually going to get you much further up. Like, the 2 or 3 seconds you save by spamming spacebar, 9 out of 10 times, you're spawning in, like, the back of the map away from the action anyways. Does he peek? Oh, he didn't even realize I was there. Okay. I thought bro was just waiting on me. Ever tried a racetrack? No. August 28th, it's my birthday. Yeah, spamming spawn on highways and everything. Yeah, things like that. Like Metro, sure, you can get away with it. But like any other bigger map. Cars the movie taught kids how to counter steer. I promise you, they did not learn nothing from that. Cars are dangerous, man. People with too much ego should not be having them. And again, I drive my car like the way a sports car is meant to be driven. By all means. It's still dangerous. Dangerous. God, every time. The second time in a row. Birthday's on the same day as mine? Nice. That's awesome. Thank you. My mom kind of picked the birthday for me. Well, I guess technically I did. I chose that one. That's you? I have a 2020 Camaro 2SS. The game I play the most right now, just recently started playing RuneScape again because of an event thing going on. Was playing World of Warcraft pretty heavily for the past few months, and then like Apex Legends in between. But here, this is going to be the end of the stream here, but I'll show my car quickly. I have pictures of it on my Instagram and my Twitter. Is there anything that I've opened that I'm worried about? No. Runelight? Yeah, yeah. So here, car, Camaro. This is my car. And then kind of an overview picture of it. Did I try Black Ops 6? I did. It still feels like Call of Duty. Not much has really changed. And then hold on. I might have one more picture of it. Or do I have a... Hold on. I have a like sound clip of it. Here's the Camaro outside of my house. So a nice cleaner view of the car there. And then I have one sound clip of it I could find somewhere. Hold on. Let me disable streamer mode from Godstatus has video. Let me download this real quick and make sure that there's nothing really showing. Oh, well, my license plate is showing. So you'll just be able to hear the sound. I'm not going to show the actual clip of it, but that's the sound. One more. Yeah, that's the car. Does balding run in my family? Yeah, heavy. I was going to bald eventually no matter what. It has just been sped up because of testosterone. Such is life. And expect that? Yeah, it sounds good. Sounds good. Appreciate you being here, Inactive. Yeah, I haven't streamed or talked this much in so long that my throat kind of hurts. It's a lot more talking than I ever normally do nowadays. Yeah, Gasoline, we are heading out here, unfortunately. Drink some water. Yeah, I have barely drank anything today, but I have some. Chill Godstatus podcast. Yeah. You're not wrong, Jacob. You're not wrong. You didn't have to say it, but you're not wrong. Yeah, appreciate you guys being here. My voice is definitely starting to struggle, so I'm going to call it for now. Again, I will be trying to upload more. I say this every single time. But now there's actually been kind of like a reason, and uploading has shown that I could still pull some sort of views, which is comforting. Would I ever drive a diesel car? I mean, yeah, I'm not against it by any means, but you guys have a wonderful day. I really do appreciate everyone being here. One of the calmest streams? Nah, almost all my streams are like this. It's usually just laid back and me yapping. The fact that we've held like 100 viewers, kind of insane. Really happy about that. I'm actually really happy about that, because it's been a while since I've been able to pull that off. That's dope. All right, thank you guys again. Hope everyone stay safe. Have a wonderful day.